How old is
All
your child?
right.
How old
So,
is your daughter?
hello everyone and welcome. This is Dr. Pooja Anand.
Huh?
Today I'm going to interview Professor Paul T.P. Wong. While Professor Wong needs no introduction, I have seen his CV and it runs into pages and pages. He is known worldwide. But for the benefit of the larger audiences, I will give a brief introduction of Sir before I start the interview. Dr. Paul T.P. Wong is Professor Emeritus of Trent University and Adjunct Professor at Seabrook University. He is a Fellow of APA and CPA and President of the International Network on Personal Meaning and the Meaning Centered Counseling Institute. He is the editor of the International Journal of Existential Psychology and Psychotherapy. He has also edited two influential volumes on the human quest for meaning. A prolific writer, he is one of the most cited existential and positive psychologists. The originator of meaning therapy and international meaning conferences, he has been invited to give keynotes and meaning therapy workshops worldwide. He is the recent recipient of the Carl Rogers Award from the Society for Humanistic Psychology, Division 32 of the APA, and a member of a research group on virtue, happiness, and the meaning of life, which is funded by a major research grant from the John Templeton Foundation. So I welcome you, sir, for the interview. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, my
Okay.
first question to you is that you've done so much of work in the area of meaning in life. So, what is that which attracted you to this area of research? Why did you want to do research in this area?
It's I started research on meaning from attribution research in the early 80s when I was a visiting scientist at UCLA. At that time, their main concern is that there is evidence of spontaneous search for meaning. So I did some research and discovered that most people start search for meaning when they are facing a negative situation. In other words, people usually don't search for meaning when everything goes well. But when things begin to go wrong, they say, well, what happened? Why me? Why did this happen to me? So that's my first research on meaning is in the early 80s,
Okay.
attribution research. Later on, I do research on successful aging, and I discovered that most elderly are more concerned about life's meaning than happiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really, really great. So because you've done so much of work and you are an authority, in terms of research in this area, can you suggest to the people as to how they can develop meaning in their life?
Okay. Usually I talk about meaning in terms of pure. Pure means a purpose, understanding, reasonability, and enjoyment. So
Okay.
let's start with purpose, okay? Now, it's difficult to live a meaningful life if you do not have a life goal. The worst thing you can do for yourself is to wander around each day, wandering around through life without a goal. Our brain was made in such a way that it stays healthy and vital only when we are pursuing a goal. If there's no goal to pursue, then our brain degenerate and
Okay.
our life degenerate. So the first thing to do that we need to have life goal, have purpose. Okay?
Okay.
Second thing, the second important criteria is that we need to have understand why we live. Do we have a reason for existence? Why do I live? why do I do this? Is there any reason for what I'm doing? We need to be constant ask ourselves, why do I do this? Why do I do this interview? Or why do I take on this task? If you do not have a reason for living, then you cannot survive when you're suffering. You don't have a reason for living. You have a reason for what you do. Now, the third thing is R for responsibility. Now, many researchers do not talk about responsibility, but Franco talk about that. Okay? And most existential psychologists emphasize the importance of responsible use of freedom. If you abuse your freedom, there'll be chaos, there'll be nihilism. Okay? So responsibility is important for meaning because right off the bat, you can ask yourself, what life do I want to live? Do I want to live a life of pleasure seeking, do what's fun, or do I want to live a life of meaning? I want to make something of my life. I want to do something that's significant. Okay, so right from where to start. If you do not, for example, Steve Jobs, the famous creator of Apple computer.
Yeah.
So he ever since he was a teenager, he did the mirror test. Every day he was standing in front of the mirror and say, mirror on the wall. If I'm going to die tomorrow or next month, right, am I happy doing what I'm doing now?
Right. Okay.
So here's a choice there, right? If I do not want to do what I'm doing, if tomorrow I die, then I better think about maybe I should ask myself what to really want in life, what really matters. I need to choose what I want to pursue. So responsibility means that you are responsible to choose your own future, to choose your own path.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
think
you make a choice every day. What do I do today? Okay, what do I do in my life? So if you have done all the other three things, then you can enjoy life because then you live a life that's responsible, you live a life that's purposeful, you live a life that's coherent, that makes sense, right?
Okay. So I think
So,
it's
so that's how you check yourself to see whether you're actually living a meaningful life.
okay. I think so. You really explained very well that we need to have a purpose in our life. We need to have certain goals in our life to look forward to, and it's ultimately one's own decision what kind of a life they would like to lead. So I think that's a really wonderful explanation of how to develop meaning in our life. Really very promptly explained to all of us. So basically, when I was talking to you about this interview, we were talking about stress and how, stress, everyone is looking for various measures to deal with stress, right? So first of all, before I talk about stress management, I would like to ask you, how do you conceptualize stress?
Okay. Originally, stress is from engineering,
Yeah.
how much stress a beam can endure. Okay? But in psychology, stress doesn't often come from outside. Often stress comes from within. You have inner stress or interpersonal stress. So the way I define stress is that when you perceive a situation that is beyond your resources,
Okay.
beyond your ability or skill to handle, then you will experience stress.
Okay. All right.
If you have enough resources, for example, if you have a lot of money in the bank,
Hmm.
and your car breaks down, there's no stress. You buy a new car, right?
Okay. Yeah. True. True.
Right?
True.
You have money, or you have liability. Something is broken. Oh, well, I have the ability to fix it. So no
Hmm.
stress.
Yes. True.
Stress occurs when you do not have the resources
Okay.
and when you do not have the skill.
Hmm.
And you don't know what to do, then you experience stress. Another situation you experience stress is appraisal. You will appraise or assess the situation as potentially dangerous. Okay? You will have a resource or skill, but it's a dangerous. For example, the virus. Okay, it's dangerous. It's beyond your understanding. It's mysterious. Anything that perceived as dangerous, a potential
Hmm.
stress, potential threat to your physical integrity, to your mental integrity, that we all call stress.
Okay, I think that's very well explained. It's just, mismatch that you do not have the resources, you do not have the skills to sort of
Yeah.
deal with the situation, and that is when we experience stress. Very nicely explained, sir. Now, because as you see that in today's world, all of us are experiencing so much of stress. So, what are the some of the strategies that you would suggest to the people to deal with stress?
Okay, you know, I've seen people stress out for nothing. you know, people, I mean, they people come to see me, they're retired or they're housewives, whatever. They say, oh, I'm so stressed, I'm so sad. They're not to do. They're wandering around.
Hmm.
They're so stressed. And on the other hand, the people who are busy all day, they're not stressed. So, so whether you're stressed or not, it's not really a matter of, it's really not a matter of how busy you are.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, often people have nothing to do but still stressed out because remember earlier I said when you wander around, that's the worst thing you can do. If you have nothing to engage your mind, engage your body in a meaningful way, then you are inviting negative thoughts come to you. Okay, because the mind has to be occupied.
Hmm.
If nothing positive occupy your mind, you attract all kinds of negative thoughts. Then
Okay.
you get all stressed out. So if we want to have less stress, then you try to live a meaningful life. Right? You have to focus on a goal, the priority. I say today I need to do A, B, C, D. You learn how to focus. Now I focus on doing A, B, C, D. I will not be distracted by other things. You can I do this, I do that. Oh, I'm stressed out. Of course, stressed out, but you can focus. You have priority list. What are the must do things? What are less important? Then you do what is most important in the focus. Secondly, if you all work no play, you're be stressed out. You
Yes.
they need a life work balance.
Hmm.
Okay? And you need to sometimes play, sometimes work. When you work, you work. When you play, you play. So life need a balance, life work balance, and a balance between you care about your own work or care about your spouse, your other people. So people got stressed because life is out of balance. And yoga is about balance, right? Yoga, the key to happiness is balance, right? So you want to cut down stress, you manage your life well in terms of balance, in terms
Okay.
of focus. Okay.
Okay, so I think very, very well explained, sir, that basically when we are talking about stress, it's basically how we are interpreting the cause of that stress, right? And the second thing which I really like is just we need to relax. We need to manage our life well. We need to find a balance between our work and a personal life. So I think these are some of the ways. And one of the most important things which I really liked in your response is that you're also sort of connecting experiencing stress with lack of meaning in one's life, which I think it's a beautiful answer. And a lot of us do not look at stress like that. We just think of the current cause of stress, but we do not link it to meaning in life, which I think is a very, very important input for all of us. Thank you so much. Well, my next question to you, sir, is because you work a lot on emotions as well. And because I work on emotional intelligence too, so I wanted to ask you, how do you look at emotional intelligence? What is emotional intelligence according to you?
Okay. So I want, because you're an expert on emotional intelligence, so I don't want to talk about that in your territory. I want to call emotional intelligence dealing with negative emotion, okay? Because most people in this area is talk about focus on positive emotion, self-regulation. Negative emotion is people don't want to talk about that. See, but I think this is very important because especially during this era of pandemic, people often feel overwhelmed by negative emotion, anxiety, depression, and stress out, anger, hopelessness. So to me, we need to know more about negative emotion, okay? So the first thing I want to mention is that negative emotion is not something to be avoided, because negative emotion and positive emotion both are part of our emotional spectrum. Okay, it's part of human experience.
Yes.
So when a negative emotion, pain or frustration, that tells a message that something is wrong with our life, something out of whack, something out of balance.
Okay.
You will feel empty. That means you haven't found a life goal. If you feel angry, that means you have some unresolved issue. You will feel afraid of being exposed. That means you're ashamed of something in the past. You haven't really resolved it. So it's very important that for us to maintain mental health, we really need to understand our negative emotion. Okay. So the first thing we should know first is negative emotion is not bad. Okay. Avoidance strategy is the worst thing you can do to yourself. Okay. You know why? Because the worst fear is fear of fear itself. If you are afraid, you want to run away from fear, it causes more fear. The more you run away from a bear or from a dog,
Yes.
the more fear. So the more fear, so it's like a vicious cycle. The more you run away from fear, the more fearful you get.
Right. Okay.
So this is for compulsive, for people who have compulsive disorder or anxiety disorder, often they use the avoidance strategy. They'll say, "Oh, do it yesterday, do it tomorrow, do it later, don't talk about it." So the avoidance strategy makes things worse.
Yes.
So the first thing to do, you have to confront it. So confront it and then transform it. So the first step you can do is that the first thing to do, that again back to visibility, we let talk about trend, the resilient mindset. You're responsible for your mental health. Say, I must protect my mental health. I must do whatever it takes. Accountability. Okay. The same thing you have to do is that life is not for the faint of heart. Life is a constant battle. especially during COVID-19, during pandemic.
Yes.
We know that bad news happening every day. People dying left and right. And no matter where you go, there's always a possibility that you might be infected by the virus.
Okay. Yes.
So the life is scary.
Hmm.
Life becomes a battle. So not only responsibility that you really need to have mental toughness, emotional toughness.
Okay.
If you do not cultivate your mental toughness, if you're not tough enough, then you will go back to avoidance. Oh, I'm not get hurt. Oh, I don't get hurt. I don't do this. You come avoid. You cannot run away from life. You cannot run away from yourself. So this avoidance strategy get in trouble. Ironically, paradoxically, in battlefield, those people who's the soldiers, they're most likely to survive are the brave ones. The people ran away from front line, they were shot by both sides. So you have to be tough-minded, okay? The third thing, reasonability, tough-mindedness, and appreciation. Appreciate what happened. And about mindfulness, appreciation. Appreciation means that all things happen for a reason, okay? Even when bad things happen, you ask yourself, what can I learn from the situation? You can turn bad situation into your advantage. What benefit can I get from this suffering? What benefit can I get from this failure? So you can always turn a negative situation to your advantage. That's why I never lose, because when people knock me, when people attack me, I always turn it around for my advantage. I say, well, I'm grateful for the experience because I learned something.
Absolutely.
So you are able to appreciate everything, then you feel less stress. Okay?
Yes.
And mindfulness, same thing. Mindfulness is not that in order to appreciate something, you need to detach yourself from the situation. You need to react to every situation with acceptance, openness. Okay, you ask yourself, what's happening? Rather than react instinctively, impulsively, react with your prejudice. Okay, black, it must be bad. Or it's yellow, it must be bad. This must be tricky. So you do not respond with your biases, with your prejudice, with your instinct. Respond mindfully. Just detach yourself as what's happening.
Okay.
So that second of detachment make all the difference, because that second you can consult your spirit, you can consult your conscience. You know, ask yourself, what is the right thing to do? So mindfulness is important, okay? So we'll talk about. And also meaningfulness, also important. Meaningfulness means that, well, what is the meaning of the whole thing? What happened? So you can always find a positive interpretation of a bad experience.
Yes.
If you're able to interpret a bad experience in a positive way, then you feel better, then you can overcome. Okay. And believe, okay, that term is toughness, responsibility, appreciation, mindfulness, meaning, and the last one, the term believe.
Yeah.
Believe that you can overcome. So that is believe in possibility, believe in good better future, believe in God, believe in other people, believe in yourself. Hope comes from belief. If you have no faith, no belief, then you no hope in the future. You have no hope of success. You have hope of success because you believe in yourself, believe in people. So that's why I talk about resilient mindset, concept of strength, okay? Mental toughness, vulnerability, appreciation, mindfulness, meaningfulness, and belief. So with the resilient mindset, then you can transform all negative experience, all negative emotion into positivity, into a positive mindset. So well-being and happiness, it depends on maintain a positive mindset most of the time.
Okay. So I think beautifully explained, how to deal with distressing emotions. I think very, very few important points that you have raised is that instead of avoiding the emotion or calling it negative, we should rather confront the emotion and try to cope with it. That is something really important. And then you talked about how mindfulness is really important in coping with distressing emotions, and then ultimately linking everything to meaning in life and belief, and that everything is going to be okay. I think that's a wonderful way of dealing with negative emotions, right? So you've covered that question. In fact, you've answered that question in some other question, but I would like to bring that back again, is that the entire world is dealing with COVID-19 right now, okay? And you did talk about certain strategies to deal with negative emotions, but how do you sort of uh, feel that we can find meaning even in such a distressing situation?
Okay. Now, your question is actually saying, how can you find meaning in time of suffering, right? Because,
Absolutely. Yes.
because now we know that life is full of suffering. People suffer all around the world, people dying, okay? So Franco also asked himself when he was in Nazi concentration camp. So when we talk about meaning of suffering, we have so much to learn from Franco.
Right.
Okay? Kind of Franco, you can't talk about meaning of life if you do not understand meaning of suffering. Because life is suffering. Buddha said the first noble truth, life is suffering. Right? Life is suffering. So now how to have meaning in time of suffering? How to have meaning in time of the pandemic?
Right.
So Franco will talk about, well, I can summarize Franco's teaching in terms of two triangles. The first triangle is called golden triangle. Golden triangle consists of faith, meaning, and love. So these three things can maintain your happiness, maintain your sanity, no matter the situation. For example, when he was in concentration camp, facing the hard labor every day, abuse every day, and face the death every day. So what keep me alive? These three things: faith, meaning, and love. Faith, by faith, he believed that one day the the Allies army will liberate them from the camp. He believed that one day he will be liberated. Second, he believed that he will see his wife again by faith. Right?
Yes.
So the memory of his the memory of his wife about the love still maintain him. Okay,
Right.
he said love is the greatest power in the world. The greatest power that can overcome
Right.
sadness. So the memory about his love life sustain him. Also meaningful work. See, during the camp, he would look for any scrap of paper to write about his thoughts about logotherapy, immunotherapy. So his hope is that one day he will go to America and to be well received, about his logotherapy.
Right.
So then he'll be more motivated to find any scrap of paper to write. Meaning, work, meaningful work, love, and hope based on faith. So this is a golden triangle.
Okay.
So if we have these three things, we'll be happy and healthy.
Right.
People are unhealthy and happy because they don't have love relationship. They don't have meaningful work, and they have no belief, no faith. The other, what I call iron triangle, is also Franco's way to survive the camp. It's our way to survive COVID-19.
Right.
The iron triangle, also three elements: courage, acceptance, and transcendence. We mentioned courage earlier. Franco says that if there's nothing you can do about the situation, you say it's so bad, you can at least have the freedom of attitude. You can take a defiant attitude, defiance. You can destroy my body, but you cannot kill my soul. Okay, I can go to the oven, go to the oven to be killed with a prayer on my lips, with a prayer in my heart, and with my eye look to heaven, so I can die with dignity as a human being. So we can always maintain our dignity, our human dignity, and our courage to face life. So the courage, the defiant power of human spirit. So that's very important. Courage.
Okay.
The other one is acceptance. We talked about earlier, mindful acceptance, appreciative acceptance, accept experience, and accept, letting go, let it go. Right? When you are letting go, then you don't have to cling to it, worry about losing it.
Right.
You actually, you might gain by letting go. So that's a paradox, right? You're not willing to let it go, then you tend to live in anxiety. You're afraid of losing it. But I'm letting go. 活到别人左右 come back to me again.
Right.
Whatever matter cannot be taken away, okay, from me.
Right.
Deep inside me. So this acceptance, willing to accept the situation, and able to cope. The other one, transcend is meaning. Okay? Transcendence, this is the most important part of Franco's teaching and also research. Meaning means finding something bigger than yourself. Okay? You just me. Your little mind is preoccupied with selfishness. You all can think about me, my safety, my happiness, my gain, my faith, my honor. If you are preoccupied with yourself, then you never find meaning. You just forget about your talk meaning. You don't know what meaning is.
Okay.
Meaning means that you find something that was dying for. You find something that was sacrificing for. Find something that you're willing to work hard. You're willing to overcome any difficulty to achieve. So for Franco, search for meaning is search for self-transcendence, for something that allow you to transcend your selfishness, to transcend time and space, to transcend all your limitations, to transcend your suffering. You're able to transcend everything, then you'll be healthy.
Right.
So together, the golden triangle, the iron triangle, like two pedals of bicycle, and you'll be able to maintain your balance and move forward, no matter what situation is.
All right, beautifully, beautifully explained, sir. We are really, really falling short of time. So before I we end this interview, I would like to really, really thank you, sir, so much for your words of wisdom. And I'm sure everything that you've said today, all your words of wisdom are really going to inspire and motivate a lot of people, more and more people around the world. So thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.